Hello and welcome to another video of Yuki. Today we're doing some video guide, warriors guide actually, rotation on M+, on AoE, and what's your opener, what's your rotation, and what should you do when you play high M+ keys, and in general keys. It will be focusing on M+, mainly because I haven't experienced the whole raid yet in Mythic. We're still on Lichuvim right now, so I haven't seen all of the bosses, so I'm not the best expert there to talk about that, but as soon as I get my hands on the last boss as well and kill him, I will probably be able to make a raid guide soon on the channel. But for now we'll be talking about M+, since I have some experience. And yeah, also quick note, I don't know good English, I'm trying my best, so please accept my apology, because I'm gonna make a lot of grammar mistakes on the video, on the making of the video, and hopefully you guys can understand and can be, you know, like not be annoyed about all the things that I'm gonna say and I'm gonna address. So without further ado, let's go and see our warrior guide. It will be simple. It will be very simple guide. I don't want to complicate things and stuff like that. I just want to make a simple guide. It's my first guide, but it's my first guide, by the way. So hopefully you guys saw some I don't know, some love or something. Like, if you have any tips, any other things that you can help me out making other guides in the future, it will be really helpful to me. And I would like to hear your opinions in the comments down below. Also, you can find me now on Twitch. I'm streaming a lot. I'm streaming keys. I'm streaming mainly World of Warcraft. So you can find that link in the description as well, my Twitch link. And you can come on my lives when I'm live, and we will be talking and stuff like that and doing keys. So if you have any questions about anything that I'm gonna say now, you can come there and ask, or in the comments down below. I will try to answer anyone who is willing to ask me any questions down there. So without further ado, let's go and see. Covenants! On Covenants and Conduits, what do I suggest? Pelagos and Clea, or Clea EI, I don't know how do you pronounce this. I don't find them to be any near damn good on Mechanicos. Mechanicos is the best conduit you can get, or if you want to be a Night Fae, you can get Corraine or Nia. That's the best out there Covenants with conduits for M+. For Mechanicos, which I'm currently using right now, you want to go from all the way here, and after that, it's your decision what to do and what to take. I found like Hammer of Genesis is very good, having that critical, having that haste. It's really good on my burst, really good on every pack. It gives me good amount of damage. I generally love haste to have. If you don't want to have, if you want to have one more conduit on your potency, you can choose this row here, and you can put like one more. But I play with Hammer of Genesis. I find Hammer of Genesis dealing much more overall instead of this. But this is more actually single target damage if you want to take. But this is more AoE damage. And also now in the bosses, because you spawn relics, the relics give you haste. So you have some haste for around like 20-25 seconds or something like that. So it's really good on your burst. Conduits. Hack and Slash, Hammer of Genesis, Depths of Insanity. 3 most important conduits, 3 most overall better conduits on everything here. It's really good. You can have some chances with Piercing Verdict, Adaptive Armor Fragment, or Vicious Condemned. They're actually good. Vicious Condemned I find to be very good on single target damage, especially on Execute phase. If you have the other talent, I'm gonna speak about talents later in the video. We'll go there. But all of those 3 are actually good. If you are Venthyr though, you should put Acid Juggernaut, which is really the most important conduit if you are the Venthyr. But defensive, you score a Rallying Cry. You can also go Safeguard, very huge, very good. If you playing with a tank that you know, you can do that, intervene him on a huge when a hit on the tank goes and it's like critical, you can use that to help him, or when a healer or range DPS or something needs some help, you can intervene them, you can help them survive on high keys. Example, Spires of Ascension. On the second boss, you can intervene the healer or whoever is the range when the boss moves them and gives them the dot, and you can actually take the dot for yourself, and because you're a plate and it is a physical damage, you can survive it even when you press like Spirit Reflect on Razor Regeneration. It helps you a lot. In the Indelible Victory, I find to be very good, even if you combine it with Impending Victory. Sometimes I'm playing with Stormbolt, which I'm gonna talk later for the talents, but it's very good to have also. Anima Sphere, yeah, sure, you can take it. You can put everything or anything in the defensive conduits, doesn't really matter, but in aggressive, it's Merciless Bone Grinder, Depths of Insanity, and Hack and Slash. The best out there. For talents, in M+, what am I using? Fresh Meat. Nothing else, Fresh Meat. If you're playing on Fortified Weeks, I suggest you take Stormbolt, because you can help your tanks, you can help your team, you have some control on the odds, which is really helpful. If you're not playing on a Fortified Week and you're playing on Tyrannical Week, the mobs are not hurting so much, and the packs are not beat so deadly. So you can use Impending Victory to help yourself on bosses, on difficult situations. It's really good, some extra damage, and heals you. Also, you can take Double Time, really good for generate rage and really good for utility as a warrior, but I don't suggest it. I suggest those two. Third row on the talents, Massacre, Frenzy, Onslaught. Onslaught, yeah, never mind. Massacre, Frenzy. Frenzy is really good for single target, and Massacre is also really good for huge packs of AoE, and also single target sometimes, but it really depends. The thing is, with Frenzy, I find to be having more overall damage, because the haste is really good on Fury Warrior, and I like it more. The thing is, again, with Frenzy, that let's say, for example, you have a pack of 8 mobs, or 5 mobs, or 3 mobs, or whatever. You rampage your primary target, okay? If you rampage another target, you lose the stacks. If you lose the stacks, it's bad. You should go Massacre. So what I'm suggesting now is take Frenzy and practice with it, because you're getting more overall. But if you don't feel comfortable that you gotta lose your primary target, you should go Massacre. If you lose your primary target and you're not rampaging the primary target you have, you're losing stacks. So it's kind of more difficult with Frenzy when you say you have like a lot of packs and a lot of mobs and you need to control and stuff like that, and you cannot see who you need to rampage or who you rampage at first and stuff like that. You should go Massacre and you have your head very clear, very cool, and you're still doing good amount of DPS. But Frenzy is ultra good, especially on the bosses, so you take damage. I find to be much more OP instead of like having Massacre for like 15% more health on the bosses, on 35 instead of 20. These ones on the 4th, 5th, 6th row in the talents, it's pretty clear: Warpaint, Cruelty, and Bladestorm. Nothing else. I would say to go mid cleaver because of your tier set right now, but I'm not sold on the tier set and on the damage of the Reckless Abandoners or anything like that, you know. So Bladestorm, Cruelty, Warpaint is your go-to. The last part, Siegebreaker, no. Reckless Abandon or Anger Management. Reckless Abandon, it can be really good in single damage again on your primary targets and stuff, but Anger Management gives you more recklessness, which means it gives you more overall damage because you have more uptime on your recklessness. And this one is actually fine to be my recklessness at around 1 minute or some seconds, 40 or 50 seconds, instead of like having it in 2 minutes or 1.5 as you want. Reckless Abandon, it's good, but I prefer to go in Anger Management, and this is what I'm playing in M+. Either it is Tyrannical or Fortified Week. For me, it doesn't matter. I'm going the talents as you can see here, especially except from these two. I'm changing whether it's Fortified or Tyrannical, but this is the talent that I'm using. race. I'm not gonna say much about the race. You can go whatever you want, whatever is your appealing. It doesn't really matter. I was Blood Elf, now I changed back to Orc. I changed to Orc. I found to be that the racial ability is really good, the Blood Fury. I like it a lot. But if you want to really min-maxing your DPS, you should go Zandalari Troll or Troll. This is the best options for Fury Warrior if you want to have good damage and also appealing to your eyes. If you want to have utility, you should go Tauren. And if you want something in general in AoE, you should go Orc, which is really, really good. But Zandalari Troll and Troll have good AoE and good single target damage all the time, so it's much better than all of the other races. But the difference between the races and the DPS is actually like 1 or 2%. Not too much, nothing too important. Just go whatever you want and just go whatever you like. Okay, so stats. Mainly, what you want to focus is strength. Everybody knows that for the warriors, it's your most important primary stat and stat in general, so focus on strength in every situation. On the secondary stats though, critical haste, mastery, it's all of them very important, and it really doesn't matter what you put most. I find like better to be mastery and haste instead of critical strike, but in general everything is kind of the same except for versatility. Versatility is not the same as mastery, haste, and critical strike. It's a little bit right down below, but it helps a lot on high keys to have versatility at around 10% or something. Leech is also helpful if you get lucky with a loot with a leech. That's very, very good. And avoidance, it's good for AoE damage. This is my loot, by the way. This is my gear. I'm not yet fully geared, but this is what I'm currently using. I'm timing 25 keys. Probably will try to do some 26 and 27s because I didn't try yet. I didn't want to be bothered, so yeah, that's my stats. Okay, so let's talk about the rotation on the opener. As you can see, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mobs. 5 mobs for the pack. It means that it's not too much because 5 mobs you can take in mists. You can take first, I don't know, like the dungeons are limited that have only 5 mobs. Usually the mobs are way more. Like 8, 10 or even more, so you're gonna be having a lot more DPS for the mobs. Let's see the rotation. Okay, so I charge in to the target, and when I will charge in to the pack, I will press my racials and I will press my bloodthirst. I'm pressing first my racials because I want to get the critical and the racial from the Blood Fury. It will give me much more attack damage. And then my Bloodthirst, which will get me enraged because I'm playing with Fresh Meat, right? As you can see here, I pressed my racials. I'm pressing my Bloodthirst on the target that I haven't already did my Fresh Meat on him. And then instantly, here's the tricky part. Here's the tricky part. You always use your spear, and then you use recklessness. And the thing is, because it's RNG, recklessness can give you Avatar, or can give you Bladestorm. If it gives you Bladestorm when you throw your spear, it's okay. If it gives you Avatar, you should instantly go with Bladestorm, or Rampage another target, or Bloodthirst another target, get again Enrage, because you're gonna lose the Enrage effect, and then Bladestorm. But because it's RNG, you never know what she use first. So that's why I'm using first my spear instead of recklessness. Why I'm doing that is because recklessness gives you critical, right? So you need that critical, and you can stack it with the spear. So that's why you're using spear, which you know that it gives you critical, and then you're using your recklessness, and it's either Bladestorm, it's either Avatar. Doesn't really matter. You get the most effect out of it because they tend to stuck. And that's really, really, really good. You have critical chance and you have critical damage. That's very, very good. Let's see. I'm throwing my spear, and then I'm pressing my recklessness. And it proc me Bladestorm and recklessness effect. It didn't proc me Avatar. So it's fine. As soon as I finish my recklessness, my Bladestorm effect, I'm using Rampage to get my Enrage effect full again, as you can see the bar. And then I have my Merciless Bone Grinder for 8.3 seconds, which means I have to spam now my Whirlwind to get the most out of it, right? Because I'm playing without conduit. I have Rampage, a single target on the mob, on the pack. That means I have to focus now this single target to get the stacks for my Frenzy when I'm using my Whirlwind. And then I'm just spamming Whirlwind. The moment I'm going out with Enrage, I'm using again Rampage to refresh the Enrage seconds. And then again doing Whirlwind. And again, as you can see, I have 2 stacks now of Frenzy. Now that I have finished my Recklessness and I have finished everything, I'm still enraged. I didn't have my rage full. You can decide if you wanna take 1 or 2 raging blow to get your 80% 80 rage, and you can use Rampage and then Bladestorm, or you can instantly use Bladestorm for the remaining effect of your enrage, and then pop again your cooldowns, which one I'm using right now. And then Rampage, a single target. I have 4 stacks of Frenzy, which means more haste, which means more faster the Whirlwind, more ticks, more damage. I have Avatar as well. I'm pressing Whirlwind all the way. And that's it. That was the guide voice. I hope I helped you a little bit to understand a little bit about Warrior. I didn't want to make like to go into depth in everything and all of it or something like that, like defensives, rotation, like when you should use like Raging Blow and stuff like that. I just showed you the primary rotation, simple things. The class Warrior Fury is not too complicated. It's rather, I say, like easy and demanding because you have a lot of AMP abilities per minute, or you can say like actions per minute. That's why it's considered to be like the most demanding class in melee. On second place, first one is Rogue, but yeah. So I didn't want to make too much of a depth. If you like this guide, I can go in depth in another video or something like that in the future. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Please send me your feedback on this guide. What did I do wrong? What should I address more? I have so many ideas, and I wanna like to use them and put them into videos and stuff like that. And also I'm thinking about like making some other videos, like spell flick videos, showing some keys and my DPS on them, and on and on and on. It will be really good. That's it, guys, for today. I hope you liked the video. I hope you like the guide. If you have any question, anything, you can comment down below, or you can come to the live, ask me anything, or you can come to my Discord. I have a Discord. I didn't address that. I have a Discord. You can find again the Discord in the description down below, or in my Twitch, because the link actually expires after some time. So it's better to have it on the Twitch when you come, and you can find it in the description, because I'm changing the link every single day that I'm going live. So yeah, I hope to see you soon on any of my live streams. I hope to hear from you on the comments. I really hope that I helped a little bit on the Warriors understanding and stuff like that. And if you want me to make a more in-depth guide, I could probably do it, but it will take me a little bit more time because my schedule is not that. It's a lot of stretch, you know. It's a lot of stretch of my schedule. So I have some problems with the sleep and everything, and the job and a lot of things. So when I find like free time, I'm just using it playing the game or doing video, or you know, things that I like. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching the video. If you like the video, you can drop a like, you can drop a comment, and I will be waiting for you guys to hear your comments and your opinions and everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys having a really nice day or night. And yeah, thank you so much. Stay safe. Ciao, boys.